In 2004, with 6 top 10 smashes under their belts, Blazing Squad were riding high. But due to poor sales of their second album, the boys were dropped by their label, and that was the end of Blazing Squad.
We ended on top 10, arena tour. That's a good way to end. Our last performance of Crossroads in Ireland, I cried. I remember that, going backstage and crying because it was sad and it was the end of an era. We toured the country, we toured the world. We did a hell of a lot in 3 years, and no one can take that away from us.
Fifth member Adam Rickett became a pin-up thanks to his role in Coronation Street. After leaving school, Adam replaced Kavanagh as the new pet project of a certain Nigel Martin Smith, who got him a plum job on ITV's top-rating soap. As the second manifestation of Corrie's answer to Doctor Who, Nick Tilsley, Adam's life changed overnight when he became the lust object of a nation of teenage girls.
It should have been every boy's dream, getting 2,000 fan letters a day, pictures of naked women in the Post.
Due to his on-screen hostility to clothing, Adam was labelled a himbo.
I knew, and I knew that everybody else knew, that I was on there purely to bring in the girl ratings. I literally became, like, you know, a piece of Play-Doh.
God, I can't believe I'm doing this. Just hope there's nobody here, that's all.
You'll be fine. Just one piece of advice.
What?
Forget about your body.
Right, yeah.
OK, some 3-minute poses to begin. Let's warm up for the long pose.
Press officer walked in, and I was half naked, and she sort of went, "Oh, we're using that." So literally, they went out and they got some tyres, which were lying around, and they got me to stand in some tyres. That became people's fixation, was this whole six-pack thing. I'd do what bloody everyone told me. And no matter how embarrassing it was, or how much this inner part of me was screaming, "Oh my God, you look like a cock," I would do it because I wanted to please them, and it didn't matter because it wasn't the real me.
And the press was soon asking, is the real Adam gay?
I guess because I'd been comfortable with my sexuality, I'll flirt my arse off with gay blokes. It doesn't bother me. The thing is, if I'm gay, I'd just say, well, screw you, I'm gay. What are you going to do about it?
As his profile rocketed, Adam left Corrie peckless and signed a multi-million-pound record contract. He got his big moment in the pop spotlight with I Breathe Again, which wasn't exactly Radiohead.
It was just shockingly bad. It was the gayest thing you've ever seen in your life. When they put me in this glass box, originally I had, like, hot pants on, flesh-coloured hot pants. And for, like, the first 3 hours of filming, all I could see was them all whispering, going... I was like, is there something wrong? And they were like, we can see your hot pants. So I just went, oh, fair enough, and just took my pants off in front of everyone.
Adam wasn't too upset when his follow-up singles failed to repeat its success.
I did one single, it was a big success, and I hated every moment of it. All the time I did the pop music, I only got to sing live once. It was just a case of promotion, 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 which for me was basically kit off, kit off, kit off, kit off. And nowadays, it is about doing the music, it is about performing. Whereas when, you know, back in my day, it was to do with how many column inches could they get.
Coming up, Eternal give their reunion a good mulling over.
Is she going to actually say some of these things to our face? That would be really interesting. Yeah. I think that's going to be awkward.
And Fifth Story debates dark times.
The hardest part of my life ever, I think, was being close to that rape charge thing.
I haven't been the best husband, made mistakes, and I'm certainly not proud of that.
Am I attracted to guys? Yeah, I am.
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.
Dancing is my passion, and so is my cat. That's why I give her Sheba.
Discover Sheba Fresh Choice Mini Pouches, smaller portions for that freshly open taste every time. Sheba, follow your passion.
Like sweet morning dew, I took one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny.
With arms open wide, I threw away my pride. I'll sacrifice for you, dedicate my life to you. There's no looking back for us. You're all
entertainment. It's even better when it's free. 95% of the nation's top TV, no monthly cost. Freeview, how good is that?
Blinkbox Music sponsors the big reunion.
Taking to the stage again in just a few weeks are the 5 90s and noughties pop heroes who've combined their not inconsiderable talents to form supergroup Fifth Story.
At the time, there was a lot of solo artists around, and you can't have a big reunion with yourself.
In terms of working as a group, that's quite a daunting thing.
This is massively stepping out of the comfort zone for me.
I'm scared to death. I don't know these guys from Adam.
Put all those tracks together and you got one messed up group.
Today's a big day for the famous five. They're meeting up for the first time and hitting the town to size each other up on a boys' night out.
Nobody knows, you know, how big this is going to be, or not. You know, so I think for now we just have fun with it.
I did look up with everyone. Yes, and we've done some stuff between us. I know these two. I never heard anything negative about you two. Whenever
we
I've
met briefly
you,
before.
Yeah, whenever I met you.
That was never my issue either when I got told the names. I never once thought these are going to be bad people. Never heard a bad word, which is helpful because you know it makes life a hell of a lot easier if everyone gets on, doesn't it?
We're going to get slated no matter what.
Yeah.
Has-beens, you know, last chance saloon, giving it, you know, whatever.
But, and?
As long as I don't have to wear a black rubber coat, biker boots and a cowboy hat.
Did you have to wear that?
Yeah, it killed me.
When was that?
Bomb diggy.
After the demise of his solo career, Dane was at a loss of what to do next.
That period for me is just like, where was I? Like, I just don't know where I was. I was depressed. I just felt like I got lost in it all, really. I did a few bits and pieces and DJing kind of kept me afloat, but I was really low. Money-wise, really low. And if I'm honest, you know, there's been times my dad, he's paid my mortgage.
These days, Dane dips his toe in artist management and spins platters that matter as a club DJ.
My face is still familiar to people to the point where a normal job for me is not possible. It's hard, and you know, going from that, having everything to really trying to struggle to find money to live, to get some clothes or to get some shopping, it's, you know, crushing, really.
The one-time bad boy has found love and settled down with knitwear enthusiast, fiancée Sophie. The only obstacle in his way is his torn Achilles tendon.
People do just assume that I'm this party animal that goes with loads of women and whatever else, and little do they know I'd get my butt kicked.
Yeah, definitely. You're under the thumb now. But I think it's going to be refreshing now because you are older. You know, spring chicken anymore.
Dane is close to his mum and sister, and in recent years he and the family have been put through hell by the tabloids.
The press have never been that good to you, I don't think.
When people Google me now, it says things like racially aggravated assault, conspiracy to commit rape, which people read as rape. There was the drug thing, the sale of drugs and all of that, and every single one of those was dropped. The press, as you know, they wouldn't write the story of I'm innocent.
That's the big thing. This is why I think this is the big thing, just for you to be able to voice what has happened.
The hardest part of my life ever, I think, was you know, getting accused of, well, not even getting accused of rape, but being close to that rape charge thing.
It does affect all of us as a family because we know it's not true.
An allegation that's anything connected to something like rape is just crushing. Career-wise, you're dead. No one wants to touch you. And it was like that for a long time.
I think everybody, whatever they do in life, they go through dark times. That's fair dues, everyone accepts that. What was your experience?
Slowly but surely I lost everything. Within a year I'd lost my house, lost my dad. My mum ended up in a wheelchair. I was looked after her for a year. I was just, I was drinking too much. Whether it was food, a lot of drugs, this, that, the other. And I went to rehab.
Kavanagh not so much fell from grace as skydived from the edge of space. From his pop peak in the late 90s, he's now homeless, broke and working in a Manchester cafe.
Hi, how are you?
To put it on paper, where am I at now, it would look like shit. You know, I've not got my own place. My best mate's got a cafe, and I do some shifts there, you know, in the kitchen. Man in a suitcase, I am. Yeah.
It all started to go wonky for Cav after he split from his record label and went to live in LA.
I rented a house on Hollywood Boulevard, which was actually Clark Gable's old house. You know, I was the life and soul. I was this brick kid who was suddenly, you know, hanging out at these parties and made a lot of friends. And, you know, with that territory came drugs. For a while, the more you do, the more you need, because you're going down, but you need to come up again. I was running out of money fast. I bought my parents a house when I was like 18. So I had to basically come back to England and tell them that they had to move. You know, I couldn't afford to pay their house anymore. They were basically on the street. They had no money. And that's when I kind of started to get really depressed and just... Slowly but surely, I lost everything. I just felt like a complete and utter failure. I would wake up in the morning and go, what next? What next? What have I done to deserve this? And that's when I turned to drink, just to cope. Eventually, my dad really, really got sick, and then he passed away. And it was just me and my mum then in the house, grieving together, you know. It was the drink that would keep me not so depressed, you know. But of course, drink is a depressant, so the next day I'd feel even worse, so I'd need more to get, you know what I mean? It's a vicious circle.
Nowadays, Cav is a singer for hire, playing small gigs up and down the country.
Kind of get used to just packing your case, off to the next place. But you just got to swallow your pride at the end of the day. One night you can make more than some people make in a week, so it doesn't matter really, you just got to go on with it.
Today, he's looking forward to entertaining lucky punters in the seaside resort of Great Yarmouth.
I get in the dressing room and I'm like, oh, God, and I see the set list and I'm just thinking, this is not what I want to be singing. I don't want to sing these songs. But for me to go out there and do what I want to do, they're not interested in that either. I'm being hired to entertain punters, to sing songs that they know, cover versions, stuff like that. Half of them don't even know who Kavanagh is. It's funny because, like, I don't think the other guys in the band realise that this is kind of stuff that I've had to do. It's not something that I want to shout from the rooftops, and I'm certainly not ashamed of it, but you know, you've got Gareth who's doing these big primetime TV shows, you know, Dane does his DJing stuff. You know, I'm here in a holiday park in Yarmouth. How did this happen? You've really got to join in now and really help me. This wasn't part of the plan. I can make you feel good. Make you feel good. I need to survive, and this is what I only know how to do, which is to perform, which is to sing and entertain.